And viewers, we move on to the US-Iran war. Now, in breaking news updates coming in, President Donald Trump is saying an agreement with Iran is largely negotiated, with details expected shortly, and the Strait of Hormuz opened. In a statement shared widely, President Trump indicated that negotiations have made significant progress and that the strategically vital waterway in the Persian Gulf will soon reopen to shipping. This comes amid ongoing regional tension as the announcement raises hopes for de-escalation and a return to stable maritime traffic through one of the world's most critical oil choke points. Let's go to Aditya Wadhwan. Aditya, of course, Trump is saying the negotiation deal is near conclusion. What is it that we know more about it?
Well, absolutely, Kriti. President Trump is now saying that, the final deal with Iran is very close, and definitely, we are seeing reports, wherein the reports are saying that the Iran has agreed to hand over its enriched uranium to the United States. But however, on the flip side, Iran is still placing its conditions, whether the IRGC, we have seen how the reports have surfaced, whether the IRGC is planning to initiate a tolling, a toll fees process, for the ships who cross the Strait of Hormuz, and definitely, and considering this fact that President Trump has said this, the U.S. naval blockade of Strait of Hormuz still continues. So clearly, it's a very complex scenarios going forward. We are seeing how Saudi and other Middle East nations are urging Trump not to restart the war with Iran, whereas Israel wants that the war should be restarted. So there are complex different angles to this entire escalation in the Middle East, which is continuing. And it needs to be seen whether Iran, complies with all the conditions that the US is keeping for it. So big because this is a very now dicey game that is unfolding. Because Trump is known for changing his statements time and again. At one moment he says that the deal is final, and at the other moment he says that the strikes on Iran are inevitable. So completely, all the frameworks are being agreed upon, are being worked upon in the White House currently. It needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario. Priti.